Hey, we're here with Max, who's a software engineer with Amazon, 26 years old. Um, the reason we're doing this special video is he actually got way better than 2020 afterwards. Okay, so it's kind of amazing. Most people don't know we can do that. The glasses and contacts prescriptions are okay, but as you know, they kind of go in quarter diopter increments. So it's either like a minus 1.50 or a minus 1.75. There's nothing in between. But in real life, there's things in between. Sometimes I remember when I was in glasses or contacts a long time ago, before I got lasered, sometimes the optometrist would be like, "Oh, Emil, you got a little bit older. You're kind of in between a -5 and a -525. What do you want?" And I'm like, "Well, I want the actual prescription." So
Yeah, right.
you can't do that. So I usually choose the higher prescription, lasts longer. You don't have to get them as often. But yeah, so people out there don't know that the laser is 25 times more accurate than is even possible with glass or contacts because it goes in hundredths of adapter increments. So we can actually enter minus 5.63, minus 5.64. So obviously they're 25 one hundredths in 0.25. So that's what we're saying is 25 times more accurate. And then also what people don't understand is it's actually 50 different prescriptions per eyeball. Because if you think about it, each part of your eyeball does not have the exact same prescription. And then also the periphery of your cornea is actually steeper. So the cornea is not a circle, it's aspheric. It looks kind of like that. Okay. So if you do high end photography, I used to be a photographer kind of guy, and a lens could cost a few $1,000s.
Yeah.
And if you look on the lens, it says like aspheric. Aspheric means the lens is not spherical. It costs a lot of money to make those things. And it's supposed to get rid of the chromatic aberration because if you kind of remember back to high school physics, each wavelength of light gets refracted slightly differently. That's when you put it through a prism, you see the whole Roy G. Biv thing, right?
Mhm.
So if you don't have an aspheric lens, when the image goes through a lens that's not aspheric, you get a smear of the image a little bit because each wavelength gets corrected to a different point. Okay, so the aspheric lens gets rid of the chromatic aberrations, you see sharper. So that's why um, a lot of people in glasses or contacts at night when their pupil dilates, they have bad vision because the periphery of the cornea is steeper. It's actually a higher prescription. So if you think about it, sometimes we have glasses or contacts that are a little bit old, a little bit weak, and we might be like a -5, and then we just find them in our drawer because we lost ours or broke ours, and that old one's like -4.50. So then you put them on. In the daytime, it's fine, and at night it sucks, right? So then
Yeah.
it's because when your pupil dilates, you're revealing the peripheral cornea, which is a higher myopic prescription. So then what people do, I used to do this, is you don't, I mean, back then I was a kid, I didn't know now I know, but back then I didn't know the optics. You kind of push your glasses towards your nose, and that helps. It's real because when the eyeglass goes closer to the corneal plane, it increases the power. That's
Oh,
why contact lenses should be a lower prescription than glasses. It's like 8% stronger. So if everyone looks at their prescriptions, they'll be like, hey, that's why my glasses were a -5, my contacts are only a -4.75. Anyway, so the laser has the ability to put slightly higher prescriptions on the periphery than the center. So after, this is like in the last 10 years or something like that, after the high definition LASEK procedure, a lot of our patients are actually saying their night vision is better than it was in glasses or contacts. Obviously, because the laser can put a higher prescription in the periphery, you can't do that in glasses or contacts. Not to be clear, they're not saying their night vision is better than day vision. They're just saying their night vision after the LASEK is better than it was in glasses or contacts. But anyway, you actually achieved 2015 plus. So Divine and I spent like 10 minutes in the room. I was up on the shelf trying to adjust the little projector to get it like perfectly sharp. And he got some of the 2010 line, and that's the human limited vision. That's the photoreceptors are not packed close enough to get better than 2010. So he got some of that. So yeah, so, okay, so you should be super happy. You're actually seeing way better than glass or contacts. I think glasses, it looks like you're 20, I think 2020, yeah, here 2025 in contacts and 2020 in glasses because your contacts, for some reason, the optometrist didn't correct the astigmatism in one of your eyes.
yeah.
So, what is it like functionally to see better than 2020? I don't see better than 2020. I'm 2020 after my laser because I guess, I didn't laser. This the procedures and the techniques are better all the time, and I did mine a while ago. So what's that like functionally for you, Max?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot better than what it used to be, that's for sure. I'm definitely throwing more accurate passes, because I'm the quarterback
Oh, you're a
in flag football.
quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh, in flag football?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So you get a little more accuracy.
Yeah, it's really great.
You're as accurate now as Drew Brees. He was one of the most accurate passers in history,
Yeah, yeah, he
right?
was.
Very high rating on pass accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say, as good as him, but almost.
Yeah, you said he might come out of retirement for the flag
Flag football,
football.
right? So,
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, and then in terms of like how's it change your life? There's a lot of people out there they're like on the fence for getting lasered. So you want to just pretend you're giving some advice to some person in glasses or contacts. What would your advice be, Max?
um, I guess I would just say to just research it and do your due diligence, because when I was looking into it, I saw it wasn't a really high percentage of a complication, so that made me feel a lot better, especially with the LASEK.
Yeah, the LASEK's a safer procedure than LASIK. It doesn't cause dry eyes or night glare. The recovery is a little bit longer.
Yeah, so that made me feel a lot better. And then I also had a referral, which made me feel a lot
Oh, you had a
better.
friend who got it done here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Devansh.
Oh, that's good.
So all those factors made me want to do it, especially because I do a lot of physical activity. I was really tired of putting in contacts, and what Dr. Chen was saying a little earlier, at night, which is when my usual games are,
Oh, you're playing at night.
yeah, they just are not as good. So that affected like my playing time. I didn't like it when I would sweat and it would get in my contacts and just mess it up. And it's a lot better now. I mean, I'm playing like twice a week, and
Oh,
I've
it's a
never.
lot. Oh, so you're in like a serious league or something.
It's not serious league, but I join a lot of
What's it?
leagues.
What's it called?
Volo.
Yeah.
It's a social league,
Oh,
but
interesting.
we get into it, and
It's like a citywide league or something.
yeah,
Oh,
citywide.
cool.
They have like 9 locations across the
Oh,
United States.
wow.
But yeah, it's a lot better now. I don't have to worry about fumbling my contacts or them coming off or them not doing what they're supposed to at night. And yeah, I actually wanted to say my girlfriend, she's 2020, and sometimes I see like text or um,
Oh, you're seeing better than her now?
yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy. No, it's crazy.
like
It's really crazy when we can take someone in glasses or contacts and make them see better after the LASIK high definition than someone else who's got perfect vision. It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really great. We were ordering something from some brewery or something, and I was like, "Yeah, are you gonna get the, so and so beverage?" And she's like, "How do you see that?"
It's really cool, right?
Yeah, it's great. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
what we want to do actually is I did this with Mark, he used to work for me because he was a salesperson. And then after like half a year, he was like, hey, can you laser me? And I'm like, hey, you're 2020, Mark. And he's like, yeah, I know, but I keep seeing these people better than 2020 after laser. So we did a preview lens, which is a way we could simulate how he would see afterwards.
Mhm.
And we lasered a little disc under the laser. He holds it up. And he's like, oh, I'm better than 2020. So I did laser him. This is like 5 years ago. And we made him better than 2020. He's the first person in the world, as far as I know, who got lasered at 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, so what we want to do actually is find like some pro athlete, maybe who's kind of, I don't know, maybe he's on the verge of retirement, not quite as good. And then maybe we could just take him from 2020 to better than 2020. And hopefully that'll go viral. So anyone out there who knows any pro athletes, or it could be someone's on the cusp of getting into the majors, you know what I'm saying? We could
Yeah.
do something like that, and that'd be super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they're famous enough, I guess we'd do it for free. So,
You hear
so
that?
hey, thanks a lot for participating. Looking forward to keeping in touch. And I guess maybe we could watch the Olympics flag football
Yeah, that'd be
together.
great. I like
Okay,
that.
sounds good.
Great.
Yay.